Hello students, now we are solving problems under assessment of firms, and in this session let us solve one more problem relating to that. Go through this problem. Income and expenditure account of a firm of chartered accountants for the year is as under. See the debit side, expenses 82,000, depreciation 22,000, remuneration to A 20,000, B 40,000 and C 15,000. Interest on capital at 20% per annum, A 10,000, B 15,000 and C 20,000. Next, donations 6,000. See the credit side, audit fees 1,50,000, consultation fees 30,000, miscellaneous income 10,000, lotteries 10,000. Gross amount of lotteries is given. Next, net loss amounts to rupees 30,000. Total of income and expenditure account amounts to rupees 2,30,000. Here, adjustments. Out of expenses, rupees 15,000 is not deductible. Second one, allowable depreciation is rupees 20,000. Third one, the firm has a long-term capital gain of rupees 20,000. Compute the total income of the firm and taxable income of the partners from firm. All three partners are working partners. See this problem, assessment of a chartered accountant's firm. You have to do that. See the expense side, that is expenditure side, and let us divide this expenditures into allowable and disallowable expenses. First one, expenses 82,000 is allowed. Next, depreciation 22,000. Actually, depreciation is allowable expense, but see the adjustments, that is adjustment number 2. Allowable depreciation is 20,000. Here, allowable depreciation is 20,000, and in the income and expenditure account, they mention depreciation as 22,000. The excess of 2,000 is disallowed. Okay, excess of 2,000 depreciation is not allowed. You have to add it to the net loss. Next, remuneration to working partners is disallowed. Here, this remuneration to working partners, you have to add it to net loss or you have to deduct it. The value will be the same. You have to add it to the net loss. Next, see interest on capital at 20% per annum. This interest on capital at 20% per annum, interest on capital only till 12% is allowable. Any interest on capital above 12% is disallowed. That means here 8% out of 10% interest on capital is disallowed. Next, donations. Donations are also disallowed. Here they did not say anything about donation, whether if it is recognized or unrecognized, etc. So you have to consider it as unrecognized donation, and unrecognized donation you cannot show under 80G. So under section 80G, while calculating total income, you can't show any donation. So the 80G will be nil. Next, see the income side. Audit fees is allowed income. Consultation fees also allowed. Miscellaneous income is also allowed. Next, see lotteries. Lotteries is not a business income. It is income from other sources. So you have to deduct this lotteries under income from other sources, or income to be treated separately from the net profit or net loss in this case. So that is about income and expenditure account. Next, see the adjustments. Out of expenses, rupees 15,000 is not deductible. Out of expenses, 15,000 is not allowed. That means this expenses 82,000 includes this 15,000 which is not allowed, that is disallowed item. You have to deduct it from a net loss, or you have to add it to the net loss. Next, allowable depreciation is 20,000. Here allowable depreciation 20,000. In the income and expenditure account they mention depreciation as 22,000. From this you have to deduct 20,000 allowable. So disallowed depreciation amounts to rupees 2,000. Next one, the firm has a long term capital gain of rupees 20,000. This is income from other sources. This income is not shown in the income and expenditure account, so no need to consider this long term capital gain while calculating the book profit. You have to consider this long term capital gain while calculating the total income under capital gains head. But while calculating total income to be treated separately, you cannot show this long term capital gain. Why? Because it is not included in the income and expenditure account, and because of this item there is no any change in the net loss. That is why no need to show there. You have to consider it while calculating the total income. And on this long term capital gain, tax to be paid separately, that is at 20%, and on this lotteries you have to pay tax separately at 30%. Okay, you have to show this lotteries separately. Even though the tax rate is same, you have to show it separately. Next, see, compute the total income of the firm and taxable income of partners from the firm. All three partners are working partners. That means while calculating business income, you have to consider remuneration to working partners. There you have to consider all three partners' remuneration. Let us solve this problem. See, computation of total income. You have to draw particulars and three amounts column. First you have to write net loss as per profit and loss account minus figure 30,000 you have to write. From this you have to deduct all disallowed items, or else you can show it as add disallowed items. The adjustment will be same. That is, from a net loss negative you are adjusting the expenses. So here less disallowed items. First one, excess depreciation, that is 2,000. Next, expenses 15,000. Remuneration to partners, that is A, B, C. The total will be 75,000 right in the second amount column, and the remuneration is to A 20,000, B 40,000 and C 15,000. Total is 75,000. Interest on capital above 12% you have to consider. That is, interest on capital paid to A is 10,000. Excess is 8% out of 20. That amounts to rupees 4,000. And B 15,000 into 8 by 20 6,000, and C 20,000 into 8 by 20 8,000. The total of interest on capital above 12% amounts to rupees 18,000. Next, donations 6,000. The total of all disallowed items amounts to rupees 1,16,000. Here, this is in a positive, that is a plus sign. When you deduct these from net loss, your net loss decreased by this one. That means here profit of rupees 86,000. ಯಾಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಡಿಸಲೌಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ ಅಕೌಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸಿದ ಕಾರಣ ನಿಮಗೆ ಲಾಸ್ ಫಿಗರ್ ಬರ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಆದರೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್, ಯುವರ್ net loss converted into profit, that is minus 30,000 plus 1,16,000, you get the profit of rupees 86,000. Okay, that is in positive figure, that is 86 in plus sign. Next, you have to deduct income to be treated separately. Here only one item is there, that is lottery, 10,000. When you deduct that 10,000 from 86,000 you get 76,000 book profit. From this book profit you have to deduct working partners remuneration, that is least of the following you have to consider. 1. Actual remuneration 75,000 or 90% of 76,000, that amounts to rupees 68,400, or statutory limit 1,50,000, whichever is more you have to consider, that is 1,50,000. Out of this actual and 90%, whichever is less you have to consider. Less is 75,000, so you have to deduct 75,000 from book profit. You get business income as 1,000 rupees. Next, you have to write capital gains 20,000. Next, income from other sources, lotteries, gross amount is given, so no need to convert it into gross, so 10,000. Gross total income will be 31,000. From this you have to deduct if there is any deduction under section 80. Here no any deductions, so nil. Your total income will be 31,000. On this 31,000 you have to pay tax, that is on long term capital gain and lotteries at special rates, that is on long term capital gain at 20% and on lotteries 30%. That you have to show separately. That is, tax on long term capital gain at 20% amounts to rupees 4,000. Tax on lotteries at 30% on 10,000, that amounts to rupees 3,000, and on balance, that is 31,000, your total income. From this, when you deduct long term capital gains and lotteries, you get 1,000. On that 1,000 you have to pay 30% tax, that amounts to rupees 300. So the total tax amounts to rupees 7,300. On that, health and education cess at 4% you have to pay, that amounts to rupees 292 rupees. So the tax liability of the firm is 7,592 rupees. Next, you have to calculate share of each partner exempt under section 10 subsection 2a. That is simple. From total income you have to deduct tax liability. You get the share of each partners exempt under section 10 subsection 2a. That is, from total income 31,000 you have to deduct tax liability 7,592, that amounts to rupees 23,408. So each partner gets rupees 7,803, because here all partners are equal partners. So when you divide this 23,408 into 3 parts, each partner get rupees 7,803 rupees. After calculating share of income of each partner exempted, you have to calculate taxable income of partners from the firm. Under taxable income of partners from the firm, you have to consider remuneration and interest on capital up to 12%. Here, interest on capital up to 12% is calculated on the basis of your interest on capital given in the income and expenditure account. 8% you considered as disallowed item, and now 12% you have to consider it as taxable income. That amounts to rupees A 6,000, B 9,000 and C 12,000. And remuneration amounts to rupees 20,000, 40,000 and 15,000. The taxable income of partners from the firm amounts to rupees A 26,000, B 49,000 and C 27,000. So this is the problem of assessment of firms and calculation of share of income of each partner exempted and taxable. Thank you. In the next session, let us solve one more problem.